Hello everybody, that's for life. Here bringing you guys a brand new deck profile. This time around it is Dinomist Resonator. So this was an idea that I had a few days ago and it works so incredibly well, and I'm just so dumbfounded by how well it works. I love playing this deck. I've been trying to find some way to make use of the new Red Dragon Archfiend support, and I also wanted to play the new Dinomist stuff. So I figured, hey, let's try them out both together, and it works so well. The deck is really consistent. It has a lot of power plays, and it can go into a lot of powerful synchros and exceeds monsters. So I'm going to go ahead and just get onto the actual deck profile, otherwise I'm going to be here for like the next 10 minutes talking about how much I love playing this deck. So first and foremost, we're playing 3 of the new guy. This is Dinomist Spinos. This thing is absolutely absurd how good it is. So it's a level 5, scale 3, 2,500 attack points. It's the strongest Dinomist out now. And it's even stronger with its effect where you contribute one other monster, and then it can either attack directly or it can attack twice. Now here's the thing though, you can do both effects in one turn. So you contribute 2 other monsters so it can attack twice directly, which is really just absolutely insane. The fact that you can put 5,000 damage onto your opponent's life points directly without even having to attack their monsters is really good, and it's really powerful. Next up, 3 Dinomist Rex. He is still honestly one of the most powerful Dinomists. Kind of has to be, considering that these 2 are boss monsters, really. Basically, you can just pick out cards from your opponent's hand. I really like it. He has another effect where he can attack twice, but you don't really do that very often. Next up, I'm playing 3 Terran. He's a Stratos, kind of. Whenever he kills a monster in battle, you get to search out any Dinomist card, even himself, too, which is hilarious. Next, I'm playing 3 Dinomist Plezius, mostly because he just reduces everything your opponent has to, like, nothing. And if you have multiple of these guys out, they lose even more attack powers. It's so crazy. This thing causes all of your opponent's monsters to lose 100 attack and defense for every Dinomist card you control, which can stack up pretty fast, and of course it stacks with multiple copies of this thing. So your opponent can lose a lot of attack points pretty fast. Next, I play 1 Ceratops, 1 Brachion, and 1 Stegosaur. I had to cut these guys down because, well, really, you don't really use these guys as effects very often to special summon them. And Stegosaur is kind of meh. I mean, really, if you wanted to, you could completely cut out Stegosaur and put in another Ceratops. But right now I'm keeping it like this because I still want to have an access to Stegosaur just in case if my opponent has something that like can't be destroyed in battle or something. Now we get to the Resonator part of the deck. 3 Dark Resonators. He is your main tuner to go into Red Dragon Archfiend, and heck, just about any level 8 synchro that you want to. I personally really only use to go into Red Dragon Archfiend because that's the whole point of this deck, is to make the different variants of Red Dragon Archfiend. And he's just a really good tuner in general. Oh, you brick or something? Oh, hey, set him. Okay, your opponent attacks it. Hey, he's not destroyed in battle. Next turn, synchro. It's a really good tuner. I like him a lot. Next up, I play 3 Red Resonators. Arguably one of the best Resonator tuners out there. You normal summon him, special summon like Terran or Stegosaur or something, and then synchro into a 6. It's really good. 3 Synchron Resonators. Basically, if you have a synchro out, you can just plop him onto the field and then synchro up. And if he is sent to the graveyard from the field, you get to add any Resonator monster from your graveyard to your hand except himself. And finally, I play 2 Chain Resonators. I almost called this thing Dark Resonator. Chain Resonator is a really good Resonator. Whenever you normal summon him, if you control a Synchro monster, you can special summon out another Resonator from your deck, which is really good. You mainly usually go for like Dark Resonator or Red Resonator. Dark if you're going to go and try and make Nova or Pain Calamity, and Red Resonator if you want to gain a lot of life points, because I forgot to mention it, but Red Resonator has an effect where if you special summon, you get to target one monster on the field and you gain the life points equal to that monster's attack power, which is really good. Now, the only issue I have with the Resonators is that you cannot pendulum summon them in this deck, so you do have to usually use your normal summon for these guys, which is my only real issue. So yeah, incredibly high monster count, but it's worth it. Next up, 3 Resonator Call. This is a spell card. It just simply adds any Resonator from your deck to your hand. Really good. And then 3 Dinomist Chards. This card adds any Dinomist card from your, well, Dinomist monster from your deck to your hand. And if a Dinomist goes into your extra deck, it goes back to your hand once during each turn, which is really, really good. And into Mystical Space Typhoon. I tested out Twin Twister. I don't like it in this deck because you don't generally want to discard your stuff, and there's really not much in here that you want to have in the graveyard. Maybe some of the Resonators, but aside from that, and that's only if you already have your board set up and you have like Bane or Abyss out, you know, something that can get back your Resonators. But aside from that, you generally don't want to get stuff into your graveyard, so 2 MST, really good. And that rounds out the spells. Now onto the traps. I play 3, sorry, not 3, I play 2 Dinomist Rush. I thought I played 3. Oh, well, 2 works as well. So basically this just summons out a Dinomist from your deck, and it's unaffected by anything until the end of the turn, but gets destroyed during the end phase. It's a really nice card. It just simply lets you extend your combo plays, go for more Exceeds, go for more Synchros. And you can play 2 or 3 of this. I cut it down to 2 for consistency reasons, but it's still a really good card at 3. It really comes down to your personal preference. Next, I play 2 Red Carpet. Basically, if you, well, if there is a Dragon-type Synchro on the field, so even if your opponent has a Dragon-type Synchro, that is really good, by the way. You can activate this card, summon out 2 Resonators from your graveyard, or up to 2. So, oh hey, your opponent has an Ignister, okay, activate this card, special summon a red Resonator and a dark Resonator from your graveyard, and then you target their Ignister and you gain 2850 life points. And have a monster that can't be destroyed in battle once during each turn, which is pretty good. And then to round out my main deck and the trap cards, I play 2 Red Cocoon. Basically, you equip this onto a Dragon-type Synchro you control, and if it attacks or battles, I can't remember if it's... yeah, while it is battling an opponent's monster, all of their monster effects are negated. So, oh hey, you attack into, I don't know, a giant rat. That giant rat's effects is negated, so they don't get to special summon a giant rat. Or, oh hey, you attack into a Marshmallow, Marshmallow's effect is negated, you get to destroy that Marshmallow by battle. Now, it has another effect, and the main reason why I play it is that it's a monster born for Red Dragon Archfiend, in that if this card is in the graveyard during the end phase of that turn, and if there's a Red Dragon Archfiend in your graveyard, you can banish this card. Wait. No, you do not yeah, you don't banish this card, you just summon out the Red Dragon Archfiend. I thought you had to banish it. Never mind. But yeah, in general, you just simply get summon out a Red Dragon Archfiend from your graveyard during the end phase. And in getting monster effects is really nice. Now onto the extra deck. So first and foremost are the Xyzs. I only play 3 Xyzs because I prefer Synchros, generally speaking. So 1 Magister Paladin, just simply for searching out more stuff, really, to be honest. 1 Cyber Dragon Nova, and then 1 Cyber Dragon Infinity to plop on top of that Nova. So yeah, that's the Xyzs. You don't really go into them very often. You go into Infinity every now and then, but it doesn't happen extensively often, but you do go into them sometimes. So like having a board of Infinity, Bane, and Abyss is just so incredibly stupid. I've done that before, and it is so mean. I feel sorry for my opponents when I do that. Now into the Synchros. I play 1 Stardust Charge Warrior. He is mainly here for just the draw effect. He's a level 6 generic. You synchro into him, you get to draw a card, and he can attack all of your opponent's special summon monsters once during the battle phase. It's pretty good. 1 Red Wyvern for popping my opponent's stuff. 1 Black Rose Dragon for, well, destroying my opponent's board, and it doesn't really affect you too much because everything goes to the extra deck. 1 Clearwing Synchro Dragon. I hope to get a Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, but it's probably not going to happen until I get my boxes shove. Sadly. 2 Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiends. Yes, they're mixed matched rarity. No, I don't care. So, basically Scarlight, he pretends to be Red Dragon Archfiend while on the field or in a graveyard, and once during your turn, you can destroy all monsters, all special summon monsters that have less attack or equal to his attack, and do 500 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed. If your opponent has a wall and you can't get past it, you can just keep Pendulum summoning out Dinomists, using his effect, popping them all, and burning your opponent for like 2,000 damage each time, which is really good. And heck, it's just also really good for clearing out your opponent's board and making room for other stuff. It's a really good synchro, and an incredibly good improved version of the original Red Dragon Archfiend. Next up, I play 2 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. This guy, he is basically a mini Quasar. Basically, once per turn during your player's turn, you can target 1 card on the field and negate that card's effect until the end of the turn. And if he does battle damage to your opponent, you get to summon out any 1 tuner from your graveyard. Now, both effects can only be used once per turn. It's a hard once per turn, so even if you have multiple of these guys out, you don't really get to fully benefit from having multiples of them out. But however, the reason why it's kind of like a mini Quasar is that a spell card is technically on the field whenever it's activated, so you can target like your opponent's Twin Twister and negate it, and then Twin Twister just kind of fizzles. Same goes for like Dark Hole or Regeki, stuff like that. So it's a really, really, really good synchro monster, and I absolutely just love it. Next up, 2 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Bane. This guy, he is really, really, really good. So you can tribute off any monster on the field to spell summon a Red Dragon Archfiend monster from your graveyard. And if he does battle damage to your opponent, you can summon out any 2 tuners, 1 from your graveyard, 1 from your deck. They have to be the same level. You get to just spell summon them, and that is just so good, and it allows you to go for more plays. Generally speaking, you're going to use this effect, tribute off a Dinomist, spell summon Hot Red, Scarlet Red, and then you're going to attack, and then like, I don't know, spell summon a Red Resonator from your grave and 1 Red Resonator from your deck, and then main phase 2, synchro into like Nova or King Calamity. Main phase 2, you could probably go into Nova, because Nova is better main phase 2. And speaking of those 2, I play 1 of each. 1 King Calamity, 1 Nova. These guys are still really, really good synchros. Nova, I still think, is a really, really good synchro. King Calamity, people don't really know what this thing does, and it's hilarious whenever you do drop it onto your opponent. Basically, whenever it is synchro summoned, by the way, these guys both have basically the same summoning conditions, except this guy's more generic. This guy requires Red Dragon Archfiend. So basically, whenever King Calamity is synchro summoned, you can activate his effect to make it to where your opponent cannot activate any cards or effects for the remainder of the turn during the turn that he was synchro summoned. And your opponent cannot activate any cards or effects in response to his effect activating. And if he kills a monster in battle, he does damage to your opponent equal to that monster's attack power. He's already a 4K beat stick, and he does burn damage too. And also, if he's destroyed, you can target 1 level 8 or lower Dragon Synchro, if I remember right. Dark Dragon Synchro monster in your graveyard, special summon it. And Red Nova, basically, he can't be destroyed by card effects. And if your opponent monster declares an attack, you can banish him to negate that effect, and attack, and then he comes back, if I remember right. Yeah, declares an attack, you can select it to remove this card from play. He targets the monster, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Also, he gains 500 attack for every tuner in your graveyard. So, generally speaking, what you're going to, really which one you're going to go into more often depends on what you're doing against. Red Nova is incredible against Cosmo. Your opponent can't destroy it by card effects. So the only thing they can do is book a Moon It with Good Witch if they still play her, and then pop it with Dark Destroyer or something. But however, King Calamity is also good against Cosmo because they can't use any of their ship's effects. So again, it really comes down to whatever you're doing against as to which one you're going to go into. If you can make both, which this deck can do, I've only ever done it once, but if you can make both, it is an incredibly good board to have, because you have this thing which is basically says screw all of your opponent's card effects, and you have this guy who's a 3,500 plus easily. D needs 2 tuners, so he's at lowest 4,500 beat stick who can't be destroyed by card effects. And yeah, that is the deck, guys. Tell me what you guys think. I really love this deck, and I'm always open to suggestions, so if you guys have any suggestions in the comments, please leave it down in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. See you guys later, and peace out.